All right, what's up YouTube? Metman 2019 here again. Thought I would do a quick tutorial, just kind of the basics on driving a 5-speed. So again, 2000 Toyota Echo here. Start down here at the pedals. I know this may be kind of obvious to some, but you know, if there's beginners or starters out there, you know, we'll just start with the basics. So obviously here, furthest on the right, you have the accelerator, the gas pedal. In the middle, you're going to have the brake, and on the left is the clutch. This is a 5-speed. You can see the gears there. Obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the R is obviously reverse. You can see 4 speeds. There are 4 speeds, and as well as 6 speeds. So a little bit of a variety there. So yeah, that's just pretty much your basic components there. You have your emergency brake with 5 speeds or manual transmissions rather. Whenever your vehicle is stopped, you want to always make sure that this emergency brake is engaged, because obviously there's no park on a manual transmission. So that's very important. Whether a flat surface or on a hill, you always want to have the emergency brake engaged. So let's get in and start the vehicle here. Now, some vehicles may allow you to start the car if it's in neutral without pressing the clutch. However, I've not come across one myself personally. I've been driving manuals for quite some time. So to start the car, obviously you take the key, put the key in the ignition as such. You'll press the brake. I'll try and show you as best I can what I'm doing here. You're going to engage the brake as well as the clutch pedal. You're going to want to push the clutch pedal all the way to the floor and push the brake as well. From this point, you can now start the car. So we will go ahead and turn the key in the ignition. Starts up. So with this, again, 5-speed. Right now it's in neutral. When it's got a lot of play in the shifter, that's how you know you're in neutral. To shift into first gear, you're going to want to go all the way to the left and just find the corresponding number here. Go all the way to the left and push up for first gear. There's still a little bit of play in the shifter here, and I know it's going to be kind of hard to tell on the video, but it is actually in first gear right now. And then you will disengage the e-brake. So obviously for starters, that's engaged. The emergency brake is engaged. You'll see the big red brake light there. Once it is disengaged, it will go off. So at this point, you're really ready to drive the vehicle. What I like to do personally, I know everybody's a little bit different. I will take my foot off the brake, and when the clutch is engaged, it's almost like your vehicle is gonna still be in neutral. What the clutch does is it basically disengages the engine from the wheels, put simply. So what you'll do from this point forward to move is you'll slowly let your foot off the clutch, and you will kind of hear the engine die down a little bit. I'm probably not going to be able to hear this on the video, but we'll try our best. And then as it starts to die down, you just give it just a little bit of gas, and now you're moving. So that's pretty much how to start on a manual. I know I made that look pretty easy. Again, I've been driving manual for quite a while, so it just kind of comes naturally now. So first gear down here, I use first gear for about 0 to 5 miles an hour. Second gear, I use anywhere from 5 to 15 or 20. Third, anywhere from 15 to 30 to low to mid 30s. Fourth gear, I use anywhere from 35 to 60, depending on where I'm accelerating, if I'm getting on the interstate. And then fifth gear, anything above that. And then obviously you have reverse here again, like we said. Downshifting is just the exact opposite of when you're moving forward, or upshifting, I should say. Sorry about that. So you're just going to go from fifth to, down to fourth. And remember, again, when you shift, just engage the clutch. You never want to shift without engaging the clutch. And you'll downshift. You do not have to go, let's say if you're in fifth gear and somebody in front of you slams on the brakes really quickly, you don't have to, don't think you have to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 all the way down. You can go from fifth to second gear if you start, have to stop quickly, or come to an abrupt stop. You do not have to start in first gear all the time. You can start from a stop in second gear, but the analogy I kind of like to use, or comparison, is think of it like a bicycle. I know everybody's probably ridden a bicycle, so think of it as you're stopped on your bicycle and you have your bicycle in a higher gear, let's say third or fourth gear. When you were a kid, or even now if you're messing around with your bike, you know how difficult it is to start pedaling when it's in a high gear. Well, it's the same concept for a car. So if you're at a stoplight and your car's in fifth gear, you're probably going to stall your car if you go to take off. Again, just imagine kind of like you're on a bicycle and how difficult it is to start pedaling from a high gear. So that's why you always want to start in first or second gear. So guys, I know this is a quick tutorial on kind of the basics of a manual vehicle, but hopefully this helped. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below the video, and like and subscribe if this video helped you. Thanks, guys.